Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards, coming back at you with another exciting opening of 2026 Topps Series 1. And this should be the final stop on our review journey through every single retail offering, at least that I could find, for this release. I did skip the fat packs. Y'all know I don't care much for fat packs, so the super box will be the end. And I do have two, so we're going to go ahead and kind of get right into this. But the first thing I want to mention is you can got your kind of legend down here. So the packs and the cards are the exact same. You still get 10, 14 card packs. You still get the exclusive oversized card. I do believe you get a companion card too, although it's not listed there, so it'd be interesting. I could be wrong. We'll take a look there. And then you get the exclusive 5-card silver Foilboard pack, which I believe is the exact same as the Crackle cards that come out of the Mega Box. Could be wrong about that, but we'll check. And the last thing is, rather than a pin, we are now getting a Bitty Pop by Funko, whatever the heck that is. So as y'all probably remember, these are what the pins came in, you know, in the previous, 3 years they've been doing these. And you got a little pin that kind of looked like that. So we're not doing that anymore. Interesting. Makes me wonder if it's cheaper to do the pop than it is the pin, just due to the fact that everything else about this is the exact same, as was the price. Still just 40 bucks. So let's go ahead and dive into the first one, shall we? Try not to make an absolute ton of noise / a mess in my little office here, but I suppose we could figure that out after the video's over. Let's see here. Because they sure put enough packing and all that other stuff in here. So, man, that's how small the little pop guy is? I had no idea. I mean, I didn't expect it to be the size of the pops that I have on my desk here, but certainly didn't think it'd be smaller than like my thumb. So there's our Foilboard pack. There's some of our packs. Let's get our mystery pop guy out. More packs. Now we might just go ahead and get this paint over and do both of them at the exact same time. So I don't have to worry about the noise there either. Just move our oversized card to the side. Get that on out of here. Now, let's go ahead and just rip into this bad boy, shall we? Hope y'all can appreciate that the reason I'm not I can't really open it on camera is just due to the fact that I like to have everything a little more zoomed in. I'm kind of all set up here already, so I don't really want to play with the zoom and all that stuff mid-video. I just find it a little bit more annoying. So I'll just open everything like this, and then we'll have a nice view of what we're doing. Foilboard pack, packs, little pop dude. More packs. And our oversized card. Collect all 16. Oh, come on, man. Not keeping track of what I'm doing. Just kind of bent it a little bit. Shoot. All right. Off to a wonderful start. So here we go. Packs and stuff for box 2. Put them over here, I guess. Big card for box 2. box too. So let's start with the oversized card, shall we? Oh, you do still get a mini card. And I got Shohei and Judge. I mean, from a collector standpoint, I don't know that it get much better than that, does it? I mean, both MVPs from a year ago. Loving it. Let's go ahead and top load the companion cards, because they are short printed more than the regular cards, so definitely some value there. And the Judge. So I'll put these, I think as I've said before, I put these in the same protective sleeves that you can put comics in. They fit quite nicely in there. There's still some room, as I've said before, but they do fit pretty nice. So let's stick Judge in the back there, and then why don't we just go ahead and do this one as well. Get Bryce Harper, who I guess I also bent a little, and Francisco Lindor. So not as nice of a duo there, but maybe if I put this in the top loader, it'll straighten out. Not paying attention to what I was doing, so completely on me. And there's Mr. Lindor. So crosstown rival of Mr. Judge from the first one there. We'll just leave the companion cards off to the side as well. And what should we do? Should we do the pops? Let's do the pops, shall we? How do you even open these? Oh, there we go. Phillies. So is this Bryce Harper? Bryce Harper. I mean, these are kind of cool, actually. I mean, I like it better than a pin. I'm not a pin guy. As you guys can tell, I think I do enjoy pops, but that's pretty cool. Very cool. Bryce Harper. So he came out of the first box. We'll do a full comparison. This one looks like San Diego. So I'm going to guess Tatis. Oh no, Luis Arias. Really? Interesting choice. Luis Arias. Very cool. I do like those. So we will save these guys till the end. So let's go ahead and get into the packs for Series 1. Got a good number of cards coming through here. Let's see if we can get us some sort of nice parallel or maybe even an auto. I don't want to be too greedy though. I know how these things can go. And I do have to apologize for the noise in the background. Got a new dog recently, and she is still in some training, but overall, she's just a great girl. She just likes to bark. So I do apologize for not being quite so professional. But it's all fun. Gustin Ramirez. There we go. We have Stephen Kolek. I mean, at this point, I'm sure y'all have probably seen these cards a bazillion times. J-Rod on the profiles insert, and J-Ram on the Stars of MLB. But, can't wait for baseball to... I mean, to me, it's back, or it is back with the World Baseball Classic, but can't wait for opening day. Check out my new look O's. Jonah Tong, there you go, one of the top rookies. I'll still point those out for those of you newer to collecting, perhaps. I like to kind of give you guys as much information. Roman Anthony, there you go. Also a member of Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. Widely considered to be the #1 rookie in the set. So, Cubs card, Stram, Otto Kemp, Lennon Sosa, and then our Titans of the game, Bryce Harper. Which I think is a nice little change up from the regular Stars of MLB. I'm a big fan of using the Titans of the game. Tyler Freeman, Garcia, Dylan Beavers. There we go. I was just at a card show this past weekend and talking to a guy that I believe is a Yankee fan, but he thinks Dylan Beavers is going to be a pretty darn good player. So I'll take it, man. Brady House, he's another probably top 10, top 15. Marcelo Meyer. And we got Bryce Matthews on the 91. Like that. And our stars of MLB, Corbin Carroll. I mean, previously I've had pretty good luck with mega boxes, I would say, especially for those of you that checked out my basketball Topps super box, I should say, not mega box, super box. In that we ended up getting I believe an auto and a relic, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty awesome. So, and previously I've gotten relics. I don't think I've ever gotten autographs out of these guys for baseball, but definitely pulled a relic or two. Owen Kissy, that's another top guy to keep an eye out on. Riley, we got Zach Maxwell for the Reds. Jorge Soler, Bailey Ober, and this one just has the stars of MLB as opposed to any kind of insert or whatever here. So let's see what we got in the next pack. We'll try to keep things as economical as possible because we have quite a bit to get through, but appreciate y'all hanging in there, of course. Perez, Jeremiah Jackson for my O's. Acuna, Hunter Brown, Kirk. Oh, we got the ticket or whatever it is. I always forget what this one's called for some reason. Big ticket player, and it's Aaron Judge. Right now I'm okay with rooting for since he's on Team USA. But once that season starts, enemy number one in the AL East. Jackson Holiday, Win Priester. Team cards, some leader cards. A couple of flipped. We got a Christian Campbell on the Future Stars Rainbow. That's nice. And Brandon Marsh on the Sand Glitter. And a PCA Titans of the Game. Also a member of Team USA. Nick Kurtz, there he is. The Gold Cup. Super excited to see what he's going to do in his sophomore season after such an electrifying rookie year. I mean, I feel like the dude had the Rookie of the Year locked up maybe a month before the season was even over. And now we get Ryan Ritter on the 91. Another rookie, so we'll take it. And Lindor. 3 packs to go. Colton Cowser, the milkman himself, I believe is going to be taking over center field for the O's this year. Olsen, Stowers, Peyton Toll, another top guy to look for. I mean, he is a pitcher, so obviously take that for what it's worth, but he's got quite a bit of buzz about him. And Chase Burns. 2 packs to go. So thus far, relatively uneventful, I would say. Nothing really standing out, you know, beyond just quite a few base cards. Obviously, we did get the 2 parallels, but nothing numbered or anything like that. Numbered stuff, obviously, very difficult with the production of Series 1. We get Jazz Chisholm Jr. on the All Tops team at second base. And Titans of the game, Corbin Carroll. And now we're down to our last pack for Super Box number 1. Elio Ramos, the Padres. Got Mr. Nick Kurtz again. 80, Gaussman, Mason Barnett. Mike Trout. Marsh, EDA Fuentes. Logan Webb. Hey, we do get a numbered card. Hopping to it, Atlanta. Numbered to 2026. Of course, it being the gold parallel. And Paul Skeens. So, with the exception of this, that's the end of box number 1. And I think what we're going to do is save both of these to the end because they're going to kind of be where your most value is when it comes to the Super Box. So, let's see what box number 2 has in store for us when it comes to just the packs here. The regular old packs, or I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Wara. Did also notice that you can now pre-order the Celebration set this year. Not sure if you all remember, but oh man, look at that. My man, Cal Ripken Jr., 91. Almost looking like it might be a shot from 91, which is awesome. And Jacob Mizorowski. But, as I was saying, the Celebration Mega Boxes are up for pre-order on a number of sites. They come out at the end of March, like March 26th or something like that. Maybe they'll be a little easier to track down. Knowing Topps, they probably printed a whole lot more of it this year. So, just something to be aware of if that's something you're interested in. I'm going to definitely try to pick up a couple of boxes as I enjoyed it last year. Kind of takes a lot of its influence from previous Big League and opening day sets with a lot of the inserts and such. Jacob Mizorowski, there you go. Another top rookie. And we get a parallel of Johan Duran on the Rainbow. And Jack Caglione on the Titans. But other than that, I haven't looked too far into the release schedule for Topps to kind of see what's next. I would assume Heritage has to be coming. There's Shohei. So a slightly different picture on the companion card. Slightly different pose, obviously different uniform. So, very cool. I guess that's one way to know if you happen to see them in the value box or something, especially because I don't think there's really anything on the back that says it, right? It used to say like CC and stuff. It does not. 200, blah, blah, blah. So, maybe something to keep an eye out for. Oh no, I messed her up. No. One of the real problems about having obsessive compulsive disorder. Leaving things is really just not an option in most cases. JT Ginn. Greatest hits, Mike Trout. So we're kind of hitting one of each insert here. Just move this pile down a little bit. Bryce Matthews. Cam Schlittler. Another one of the top rookies yet again. So, as you can kind of tell, there's a really, really solid rookie class for Series 1. Most of the time, your best class is going to be an update, especially with all the rookie debuts and stuff. It still gives you an option or another way of getting like a quote-unquote secondary rookie for a lot of players. Not to mention, you also get a lot of new rookies in update. You know, obviously it's towards the end of the year. Everybody can kind of tell who's the, you know, who's going to be the rookie of the year at that point. So you really know who to chase. But this is one of the better Series 1s that we've seen in quite a while. Seiya Suzuki and Juan Soto. We are down to 5 packs, including this one. And we'll move on to finishing with the foil boards. With Keyshaw, Luis Morales, Masataka Yoshida flipped upside down. Let's see if that's another rainbow. Oh, nope, sand glitter. So basically, we've gotten 2 of the exact same parallels and J-Rod in this box. So seems like that could be something to look for in your own super boxes if that's what you're looking for. And if I keep saying mega box, I do apologize. Not sure why that is stuck in my head, but Nolan McLean, another top rookie. A lot of room at the top. And there we go. Samuel Basayo, another top rookie. Top rookie in my book, just due to him being an Oriole, but he's also a top rookie to a lot of the talking heads when it comes to baseball. Big ticket player, Bryce Harper, and the judge on Stars of MLB. 3 to go. Ooh, there's something colored. Grant Holmes, Big G. Cole Young. Carson Williams, yet another top rookie. Ooh, it's Owen Cassee as well. It's a good one there, but it should be non-numbered being pink. But very nice. I'll take that. Maybe that takes the place of our numbered parallel. We'll have to see here. And we got Pavetta, Burgos, Tovar, Kansas, Chase Burns. There we go. Another top rookie. So, going to be a lot of guys to watch when the season opens too. Assuming most of these guys make the big league ball club and don't get sent down for a little while. We all know the games they like to play in order to keep control of guys. Jacob Wilson. And Ellie De La Cruz. And our last regular pack before we finish with the 2 foil board packs. Leifus, Bob Seymour, Schwellenbach, Future Star, Rushing Future Star, Future Star Meyer, and Roman Anthony on the Stars of MLB. So that's pretty much what you can expect from the standard packs. I guess about 3 parallels. That's what we got in each. 1 numbered in the first one, 1 non-numbered in the second. Well, let's get to these guys, the foil board. Oh, okay, so these are going to be different to the Mega Box because these are foil board of the base cards, whereas the Crackle, or whatever the heck you want to call them, were of the 1991 inserts. So that's really the big difference, but the parallel itself is still really the same. So Brendan Donovan, Jake Fraley, Brady House. Come on, there we go. It's a nice one. That one to the side for now. Royals Muscle. And Jerickson Profar. So definitely could have been better. Just 1 rookie out of the 5. Let's see if that holds true here. have JT Ginn for the A's, the Padres, Carlos Cortez, rookie, future star Schwellenbach, and the home run leaders. So no big name rookie. I mean, the leaders card is nice. Does have Judge, Caminero, and Raleigh. But other than that, didn't really get too many. I mean, this has Witt and I think Cag. Yep, Jack Caglione. That's a nice one too. But when it comes to rookies, we ended up, or future stars, we ended up with just the 3. Brady House probably leading that conversation for the best one there. So let's get to our final word on the Superbox and the rest of the retail offerings. So once again, I think it depends on what you're looking for as a collector. If you are, you want something a little more interesting, something more akin to Pokemon, then of course this is the way to go. This is also good for those of us that like to build sets because you're still getting 140, let's call them regular cards or base cards plus the inserts. So you can still, pretty easily build your set off of a few boxes, I'm sure. The Mega Box is definitely the best when it comes to set collectors. I would argue Best Value is a tough one. So even though we didn't do phenomenally from the hangers, from everything that I've watched and gathered, etc., it does seem like the hangers once again are the winners. Of course, they did go up in price a little bit, so that's something to keep an eye on, or to just know that they're probably still your best value, still kind of your best entryway. I would still advise staying away from mega boxes. Jeez, I'm stuck with that in my head. Staying away from fat packs. And ultimately, I think the blasters themselves were probably the worst of all the products. I don't mind the exclusive spring training parallels. That's still a neat thing. I like that. I personally like that more than like the old manufactured patches that they used to give you. Some of them were neat, sometimes they weren't other time, and they just take up quite a bit of space as well. This is how I look at it, and this kind of affords you a way of getting a nice parallel of a rookie, right? So, but the blasters to me just didn't offer that same value. I would much rather have roughly the 2 hanger boxes rather than the blasters, and especially due to those beautiful Diamante parallels. So that's really my last word. I really like all the products. If I had to pick one not to buy, I'd say the blaster. My best value or must buy, probably the hanger. And then the Mega Box and Super Box coming in kind of as a tie, I'd say, to be honest with you. Because again, it depends on what you're looking for. If you want a little bit of fun, Super Box. If you just want a whole bunch of cards to build a set or for whatever other reason, then definitely your Mega Boxes. So with that said, this is a long one, so I want to wrap this one up. As I said, always respect your time. I appreciate, the time you spend with me, of course. So with that said, if you've enjoyed this opening here, if you could head down below, click the subscribe button, click the like while you're there. As I said, this will probably do it for Series 1. We'll see if there's any other sneaky little things that pop out or something like that. But that's going to do it for our little recap of our retail recap, maybe. Something like that. Never really gave the series a name, so not going to really do it now. But you can also put a comment in down below. Let me know how you're getting on with Series 1. Are you tired of it by now? I know some are. Like I said, I'm still putting my sets together. So I'll take all the base I can get until I, can finish up my sets. And we put out videos every Monday and Friday. You can also click the little notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. And the name of the game here is just to have fun. That's all we do here. Just have fun. I would argue, obviously do your own research. But, if I can help you in any way, certainly, throw some questions down in the comments and I'll come back to you if there's anything I didn't touch on. But yeah, definitely do your own research and see what it is you're after, and that'll definitely help you find the correct product. And with that said, the last thing I want to say is just thank you. Thank you guys very much. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. For those of you that stuck around the full 30 minutes, you are the true MVPs. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And if you've spent any and all time with me at all in this video or any other video, I just want you to know that I truly appreciate you, and I appreciate that as well. It's still an incredibly mind-boggling thing, but just always want to say thank you and remain grateful. And that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.